Burnout series started in 2001 with the first game created by Criterion Games. The team thought of the game as an arcade racer response to the Gran Turismo series, which had become very popular by the time. This new series would be inspired by Sega and Namco arcade racers, according to the creative director Alex Ward. The game was pitched with the working title Driving Hero, and Criterion planned to have police cars and fire trucks appear in the game as traffic, but this was cut before release. The original Burnout is the first game to make use of the fully featured renderware game engine. Criterion Games' parent company, Criterion Software, was the creator of said engine. Renderware began life as a set of real-time graphics and texture rendering libraries for the C programming language. In the 90s, these renderware libraries competed against fellow UK companies Argonaut Games and their B-Render libraries. You will have seen Argonaut's B-Render libraries used in such games as Croc Legend of the Gobos for PlayStation and Saturn, and Carmageddon for the PC. Eventually though, B-Render was open sourced and Argonaut shut its doors. But Renderware's fate was not near as grim. Renderware was fleshed out into a fully featured game engine and became a popular choice for multi-platform games throughout the life of the PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox. Use of the Renderware engine fell off in the 7th generation as the popularity of Unreal began to dominate. After releasing the first Burnout game, Criterion reflected on the fact that the game was very European in both its track and vehicle design. This informed their decision for Burnout 2 to take place on a fictional peninsula themed after the US, and also to draw inspiration for their car designs from popular US vehicles. In interviews, Criterion also mentioned not wanting to create a game mode where players were chased by police as they felt it was too similar to the Need for Speed series. Burnout 2 Point of Impact has a secret message for perfect boosting 999 times. Instead of displaying the number of boosts, it will display the word WOW in its place. On screen now is a video of someone achieving that secret at just 10 years old. The Xbox version of Burnout 2 includes the moniker Developer's Cut and includes 21 extra vehicle skins, 15 new crash tracks, as well as improved lighting, Dolby Digital sound, and a higher resolution. Several team members were fans of Chase HQ, and that informed the police car driving mode in the game. According to the creative director Alex Ward, EA's SSX snowboarding also played a significant role in giving the game a more brash tone than the previous game. When Burnout's publisher, Acclaim, went out of business, EA began to publish the Burnout series. The first game under this new publishing deal was Burnout 3. Before development began on Burnout 3, Criterion had a number of setbacks. The team had failed to get several projects off the ground before deciding to go back to the Burnout series. While Burnout 3 had competitor takedowns incorporated, Burnout Revenge took the car combat aspect of Burnout to the next level by designing tracks with ample opportunities for takedowns and a new revenge mechanic that makes AI more aggressive when they are seeking revenge for previous takedowns from the player. Burnout Revenge was also the first time a Burnout game appeared on a 7th generation console, having been released with additional features and better graphics on the Xbox 360 in addition to PS2 and Xbox. Burnout Dominator was the last 6th gen Burnout game, and the only one not created by Criterion Software, instead being developed by EA UK, while Criterion developed Burnout Paradise. As was somewhat common at the time, Burnout Dominator was dual released on both the PSP and PS2. Burnout Dominator reintroduced the Burnout mechanic of draining the boost meter without slowing down. Burnout Paradise is the first and only open-world Burnout game that there has been to date. Director of Burnout Paradise, Alex Ward, recalled that EA was less than receptive to doing an open-world Burnout game, and thus took some convincing. During development, Paradise was known as Burnout 5, although it was actually the 6th Burnout game developed if you're counting EA UK's Burnout Dominator. Paradise was inspired by several popular open-world games at the time. Ward specifically cites Crackdown, Test Drive Unlimited, and Pandemic Studios' Mercenaries, Playgrounds of Destruction. The Big Surf Island pack added a new district to Paradise City called Big Surf Island. Other DLC packs included new vehicles and modes. Worst of these packs has to be the Time Savers pack, which basically amounted to paying to unlock everything already in the game and providing no new content. After Burnout Paradise, EA moved most of Criterion's staff onto the Need for Speed series. Alex Ward and much of the previous team created Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. The game combined elements from the Burnout series and the Need for Speed series. Like Criterion's previous game, Hot Pursuit takes place in an open-world fictional location called Seacrest County, which is based largely on Southern California, Arizona, and Colorado. Criterion has stated that Seacrest County is 4 times larger than Paradise City. The game has a focus on aggressive driving, like Burnout, and includes a police chase mode like Need for Speed. Police chase mode has been used in nearly every Need for Speed game, including Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, from where this Hot Pursuit game takes its name. Criterion immediately developed another open-world Need for Speed game called Need for Speed Most Wanted, which was also the second game to bear that name. While development of Hot Pursuit was ongoing, EA's CEO made some claims that called into question if EA would ever allow Criterion to return to the Burnout series. To paraphrase, in CEO John Riccatello's view, since Criterion were making such a revolutionary game in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and it included some elements from the Burnout series, there was no need to continue to develop Burnout games separately. In 2013, after the completion of Most Wanted, most of Criterion's staff moved to Ghost Games and continued developing Need for Speed games. Alex Ward and other members of the original Burnout team left Criterion to start their own studio called 3 Fields Entertainment. There, they created a series of smaller driving games with a long-term goal to make a spiritual successor to Burnout. This successor came to be known as Dangerous Driving and was released in 2019. The game includes many similar features to the Burnout games. This includes takedowns, an emphasis on crashing and building up a boost meter by driving well and taking out opponents. Alex Ward and 3 Fields Entertainment are currently working on Dangerous Driving 2, which will feature much of the same gameplay as the first game, except now in an open world, akin to Burnout Paradise. The game was planned to be released in late 2021, but has been delayed. The team at 3 Fields Entertainment has stated that they will have further updates later this year. Check the description below for links to all the sources. We're trying to reach 100,000 subscribers. You can help by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. In return, we promise to make more videos like this. This has been a GameFAQs special.